understand that people are like, oh my God, when am I going to get this opportunity again? And I do get the the prestige that, once was attached to it. But I think that people need to understand that sometimes it's more than the event. It's the messaging, it's the way it comes off. You know what this man stands for. You know he says, what he allows to be said in his spaces that he's speaking or rallying or whatever. I still don't Chrisette Michelle.
No clearance.
What up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the No Clearance Podcast. I'm your host, Tyler, here with two amazing people. I got the queen of the pod herself, KC, in the place to be. KC, how you doing?
Alive and well.
Alive and well. And we have producer of the pod, the man with the plan, Mr. West. Jay, what's good? What's popping?
What's up? Happy to be here. Another week.
Another week. So let's get to it, man. First off, before we get into Jalen's Nerd News, please, if you're watching this on the YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe. Leave a comment if you like. And if you're watching this on the Spotify or listening to this on the Spotify or Apple Podcasts or whatever podcast platform, please leave a rating and review and whatever else they got on the app you're using.
It's a lot of stuff now. It's
to
all
let the
different
people
things.
know you like this podcast. We appreciate you very much. Now, let's get into it, man. Jalen, time for Jalen's Nerd News. Jay, what you got for us today, man?
So this week, I'm going to start off with the Daredevil trailer, the highly anticipated trailer that, we've been waiting for this show to come back for years now. I think it ended in 2018. So they finally dropped the trailer for the new season of the Daredevil, new show for Daredevil coming out this March, I believe.
Yes.
And the trailer I thought was amazing. I thought it was really good. I thought it brought back the vibes of the OG show. I'm hoping that they learned their lesson with all these bad shows because Marvel's been sucking with the TV shows. I mean, they had a hit recently, but other than that, it's been duds. They have a couple hits here and there, but like Loki, WandaVision, Agatha All Along.
Whoa.
Agatha All Along.
Don't talk about WandaVision. Wait, what are you saying? WandaVision's good?
Yeah, it's good. I'm saying those are the only good ones.
My bad. I was about to say,
take your time, brother.
And then I liked Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but that one's iffy. Some people liked it, some people didn't. So it's exciting to see that Marvel's bringing back a character that we love, a cast that we love. They're literally bringing everybody back who was in the original show. They're not going to switch it up. They're like, fuck it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because they already tried to fix it and it went terrible. And they literally fired everybody. They recorded 6 episodes and then fuck it and fired everybody and started from scratch. So hearing that makes me excited to be like, they're trying to do it right. They're actually listening to the fans. So let's just hope it's going to be good. Did you guys happen to see the trailer?
I did.
What do you guys think?
KC, would you like to go first?
I did not watch the
That's okay.
Oh, it's okay.
I'll be honest with you, man.
I'm sorry.
I wanted to get excited. I wanted to.
Yeah.
But in the same vein that I felt about DC and their movies, I've been feeling the same way about Marvel and their shows.
Okay.
So
that's a valid argument. I can't argue it. The shows have been finicky.
I'm not going to.
Oh, that's trauma.
I'm not going to get too excited about this. I do like I do like Daredevil. I enjoyed the the seasons that they had on Netflix. My only problem is it's on Disney. And I understand that they bringing back everything whoop-de-whoop, but at the end of the day, Disney has the final say in the shit that's dropping. And I just don't know if it's going to be the same product.
Okay. I mean...
So I can't get too hyped.
I will say the trailer did make it seem... I mean, they were showing the violence. They was bringing the violence. I don't know if they're going to bring the swear words. But Deadpool proved that they can do it now. I think Deadpool and
Fair.
Wolverine being rated R, their first rated R Marvel movie, and being so successful, I think they're gonna be way more loose with how much they make it family friendly. If you get what I'm saying, make
Yeah.
Oh,
Disney
they're gonna
brought-
take more risk.
Yeah, I think they're gonna. I think the success of Deadpool and Wolverine being rated R is gonna let them be like, you know, let's push the envelope a little bit. Let's see what we could get away with. Let's see. So I don't know. Like I said, the shows have been finicky. Secret Invasion, ass. Ass. I can't believe they did my boy Samuel Jackson like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's the other one? Moon Knight, ass.
Nah, Moonlight was solid though.
It was straight. That shit, I was expecting basically Daredevil. That came out before they was like
Yeah, that's
confirming
true.
Daredevil. So I was
Yeah.
expecting Daredevil with Moon Knight. And we got
Yeah.
fucking giant people fighting in the desert. It's stupid.
Yeah, Giant Bird.
She-Hulk, that
Yeah.
didn't
Ooh, that
get
was
the
tragic.
that wasn't good. I tried. I was hoping for
You
it.
know what? That I tried on that too, and
That
it
was
just.
bad.
I mean, they even had Meg. I
Yeah,
was
they
just
had
like,
Meg,
oh.
and it was
Mm-mm.
looking back at it, was cringy. I tried too hard
She-Hulk
to
was
like
talking
it.
that thing though.
Yeah, she was. You know, she was. Daredevil was actually in that, so that was when they first brought him back. So that was cool to see. But other than that, like Loki's cool. I didn't watch the second season, but I hear it's really good.
Yeah, it was solid.
Agatha All Along was fire. That shit was gas. I was watching it and I was literally like, wait, is this good? I haven't had a feeling like that for a show in a long time. But
I got one question. And
yeah,
actually, I got one demand, because this kind of feels like when J. Cole dropped the warm up mixtape.
okay.
Disney, Marvel, Luke Cage needs to come back now. I
So
don't
this is
want.
what I'm
I don't
hoping
want no
too.
fucking excuses.
That's
Luke
what I'm
Cage
hoping
must
for.
come back.
Why? What's the hold up with Luke Cage? I thought
Well,
the last.
Luke Cage was part of the Netflix, those Marvel Netflix shows, and I was watching Luke Cage before.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's just the fact that if you're gonna bring back Daredevil,
I mean, no, that's valid.
But that's my thing. And they gotta make sure it's good, because if it's good, they may bring them back.
You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, they're gonna be
one basket. And then
it's honestly, I think they're gonna try and bring back that universe and actually have them in the MCU instead of like they're in the MCU but not really. You know, they mention it here and there, but not really at the same. So like, I like to see that there's gonna be actually some transparency between that. I like to see them stretching the envelope and bringing now that they have all the Marvel characters, bringing them all together. And I think if this show's successful, and then Fantastic Four is successful, they're back. But if this show's ass, I'm a little bit more wary of Fantastic Four. And if Fantastic Four's ass, that's gonna kill them. They can't afford for that because that's their next, like, the shit. That's the team. You know what I'm saying?
That's the next big ticket.
Yeah, that's supposed to be. They're supposed to be like the new squad, like them. Like, they're putting a lot on it. So if that's bad, they're done. Marvel's dead. I'm still gonna watch it, but like, I know the product's probably gonna start to suffer. That's all I got to say. But in other Marvel news, Damson Idris allegedly came out and said that he turned down the role as T'Challa in Black Panther.
I ain't mad at that.
That's the guy from Get Out, right?
From Snowfall.
Snowfall and the Hive.
Yeah, I got you. Snowfall.
He was in the Hive,
Yeah,
first episode of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Honestly,
He turned that down.
I think that's the worst thing he could have done for his career, because he looks like Black Panther low-key, like in the comics. Chadwick Boseman didn't really look like Black Panther in the comics. Like, if you think about it, I think of Damson Idris. Just like the way he's like clean cut and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I think of. I'm not saying Chadwick Boseman wasn't great as Black Panther. I like his rendition of Black Panther more. But I'm just saying Damson Idris actually looks like Black Panther. Like, if I were going to think of the new T'Challa, I thought like the son would grow up and be Damson Idris. That's how I felt. Like I was like, oh, he should be Black Panther, in my opinion.
I can see
Hey,
that.
man. I mean, do we? Okay. Outside of Snowfall, what has he done that we like?
Nothing. He got a movie coming out
I mean, that's my thing though.
with Brad Pitt. It's supposed to be a big movie.
I think Chadwick Boseman was perfect for the role in regards to
Yeah,
black people love Chadwick Boseman even
do.
before Black Panther
They
because he
do.
played
Yeah.
all the black roles,
Mm-hmm. He
right?
played
So it just
Jackie
made
Robinson.
way more
Jackie
sense.
Robinson. Yeah.
James Brown,
James
Thurgood
Brown.
Marshall.
Thurgood Marshall was crazy, but good for him.
That was a stretch.
insane.
That
was a
was
bit of a stretch.
crazy.
Insane.
That was. I should have played Thurgood Marshall. The nigga was my complexion.
That was a bit of a stretch, you know.
That
but
was- that
hey,
He
was-
did a good job. I'm just
nigga
saying.
made it work.
But that's how you know he was such a good actor, because I feel like people are like, but he did such a good job, and it's like, oh, okay.
I loved him as James Brown. I loved him as
Damson,
James Brown.
like I,
I think
said,
he had too much fun on that one.
I know
think,
Damson with Snowfall and Damson on. He was in that first couple episodes of The Hive before they got killed.
he was in the first episode. That was it.
Yeah, and
So
I
he's
just,
more of like a show guy.
But like, he's got a movie coming out this summer with Brad
gonna
Pitt. It's supposed to be a
find
big movie, like IMAX movie. Like it's like
Maybe
F1.
that's what it is.
It's called
He
F1.
He hasn't had like his big movie moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Chadwick had so many big movies before Black Panther. It was like,
Yeah.
oh yes. I feel like he's still like not at that point where he's ready for that big Marvel movie.
Did he play
but
Jesse Owens too? Was Chadwick Owens Jesse Owens?
Yeah,
Or was that somebody else?
that was somebody else. That was somebody else.
No,
That was somebody else who played Jesse Owens. But here's my thing, bro. Because he's only done Snowfall, like that's the only thing he's done. Like, yeah,
Puts him
that
in a
first episode
pigeonhole.
of that show, yeah, that's cool and all. But in a couple years, ain't nobody gonna remember that show Swarm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The first episode of Swarm, ain't nobody gonna remember that. But they're gonna remember Snowfall. So like, I think this would have been a good next level for him to get into the movies, especially
Maybe
since
he just
he's
didn't want to
he's
be
young,
part
he's
of the.
fresh.
But
But
he just didn't want to be commit. That's a commitment.
Yeah,
Once
that
you
is a
sign
commitment.
on
That
to
is.
that is a big
That
commitment.
is.
And I understand that, but I think that would have been such, because he look low key to me, he fits the mold. I'm like, that would have been a good. I mean, hey, to each his own. I still think he should have did it, but if he's gonna go that route, he needs to start dropping his shit. That's all I gotta say. He needs to start coming out with his movies, his period pieces.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think
Yeah.
he's done stuff to the point where that would have made sense.
Exactly.
Somebody like Chadwick, he has done different projects.
Yeah.
We've seen different sides. I think he has a depth to him when he's acting, right?
get that.
For you to be able to do like these big figures within the community, that's not light work. That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's very thespian, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think this, he's just too young. You just haven't done
but-
enough,
But here's what I'm saying though. But before we had Thor, Chris Hemsworth, it was nothing. So they could. It's another way to just push bring someone else who didn't do anything and wasn't famous, because I feel like they've been trying to get a lot of name recognition lately with who they're casting, like with Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. Like they're trying to get people with names now, and I'm like, give someone a chance who doesn't really have a name yet.
Oh, I get what you mean.
Yeah, that's what my point is. But I get why he probably doesn't want to be part of a franchise. He probably wants to be able to do whatever he wants whenever he wants. It's a big commitment, like what Tyler was saying.
And with Marvel, you're locked in for a couple of years. That's
least
not like
10. I think it's like 10.
Yeah, them niggas call you. You got to show up. I mean,
Yeah, I think it's
cash
like
the
10.
check.
And then he also turned down James Bond.
He wasn't no James Bond though.
That he
Yeah,
was
they
gonna
did
be
that.
James Bond.
Yeah, they allegedly
He's
turned down James
a
Bond.
He's not a James.
Okay,
Unless
so
it's like a young
makes-
James Bond.
What makes you feel that way, Tyler?
Look, man, I set this up by saying my father is a huge James Bond fan. We have volumes 1 through like 3 of James Bond movies. I think there's only 2, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There was rumors that Idris was going to be the James Bond. I'm gonna be honest, like James Bond has to have a certain level of swag, a certain level of confidence, a certain level of appeal. I just don't think he's there yet. I just don't think he's there. I don't think he fits the mold.
You got to have a little hair on your chest, is what you say. You got to be. Yeah, that's
now, mind you, is he British?
Yeah, he's British.
He is.
Yeah, in that sense, he may have fit. It would have been a little more natural, maybe for him.
But
Since
Idris
he
is
already has
British
the
too.
accent. Fair, but and Idris kind of has like he's just this brolic. He's he's smooth enough. You know what I'm saying? Like he can play that role. I just don't.
Yeah, I
see
think
that.
Idris would have been perfect. I personally don't think James Bond should be a black man.
Interesting. Why is that?
Why the fuck do we gotta be this white character? I don't care about Jay. We we need our own character. I don't.
But
I
007
don't think
is not a.
007's
Leroy
fine.
Green. Leroy
007's fine, but
That's the name.
007 is fine.
Oh, but he shouldn't have the name.
But he
James
shouldn't
Bond.
be
He should be
James
named-
Bond because
he should
he's
be
not
somebody
James
else.
Bond. I don't. Here's my thing. Every time they have like a
But
big
hold
white,
on, I'm gonna pause you. James is black as fuck. James, that sounds like an older black guy.
I mean, I feel
Maybe
like
we
it's
might change the last name, but
I know a lot of black Jameses and a lot of white Jameses.
I don't know too many white James.
It's a very common name. I know a lot. I know a
religious.
couple white Jameses.
But what I'm saying is, James could be black.
Yeah, but I don't want him to be black.
Jameson Bondone.
Come on now.
Open your third eye.
I don't know about that. My whole thing is I don't think we should be feeling like some roles are just too white.
Bruh, there's nothing
It's
too
too.
white
It's like
about.
the whitest white thing. We don't need that type.
How?
As a black actor, you don't need them type of problems.
The nigga's a secret agent.
Yeah, he's the whitest. He's been a white man for 40-something years.
Okay, hold on. Let's go down this road, right? There's been other like several action remakes before, right?
Yeah.
So we had Mr. and Mrs. Smith. That was, Brad and Angelina. There was a remake of this essentially with Childish Gambino and
some Asian girl.
Asian girl.
Yeah.
Now, I understand what Jalen's saying. The premise is there, but it's been so Caucasian, so whiteified that it's like, I can't unsee it. But I would say to that extent, it's just not black enough. We need a black.
I mean, look, the movies are called 007, so it could be he just maybe I get what you're saying. Change the name. He could be a different agent, but he's still 007.
But they already did that in the last movie with LaShonda Lynch. She was 007.
Oh, and what was wrong with it? I like that.
That's fine. They could be 007. They just can't be James Bond. That's like having a white person coming in and playing Action Jackson or Foxy Brown.
Yeah,
how
right
dare they?
And
here's my thing. Here's my thing.
I get it.
But I think we don't need these type of problems because the actor's gonna play this role, right? And then they're gonna get all the fucking hate, all that's anybody's gonna talk about. And the Little Mermaid was bad. Let James Bond be a black man.
But I want to say that shouldn't be a deterrent, though.
It shouldn't be a deterrent, but also it's like, why? Why do it's avoidable? Nobody want unless it's Idris Elba.
What if they made the whole thing black?
So hold on, I will counter that. Wouldn't the black version of 007, and once again, I'm just throwing this out here. Wouldn't the black version of that be Shaft or no?
Shaft is more black exploitation, and 007 is more like a black CIA, like national intelligence spy. Shaft is more like, hey, brother, don't you come on my street. Stop selling them crack. Stop selling crack on my corner,
Shaft,
brother.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Let me tell you something, Jack. If you gonna come over here,
White Shaft would be insane. Listen here, bucko.
Yeah, Black Shaft was like, let me tell you something, brother.
But that's my whole thing. Like, I think Idris Elba would be amazing at it. Honestly, that's the only person they should go to if they're gonna do a black.
I'm trying to think of like black actors who I feel like could absolutely.
Aaron Pierre. He's British.
At this point in time, he can at this point in time, he can get Aaron Pierre can get away with that.
I just think Aaron Pierre.
I think Michael B. Jordan. I think Michael B. Jordan would be a good James Bond.
They ain't gonna cast the American.
They won't. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I just think Michael B. Jordan. I think
that's kind of fucked up though.
They already
Why?
said
Yes
it.
and no.
James Bond will never be an American.
And that's fine with
Yeah.
me. I'm just gotta let the people know.
He
I'm gonna
could
shout out
sleep with
to
Holly
Michael
Berry, but
B,
he
man.
can't be American. That's crazy.
Hey man.
Hey,
Hey man. It
that's
is what
all.
it is.
But yeah, that's Jalen's nerd news.
All right.
That's all I
Hey
got.
Jay.
Woo
That's all I got
woo.
this week.
Let's get to KC's tea. KC, what's going on in the world?
Grab your cups, ladies and gentlemen. So this week we've gone through like this roller. There's been a roller coaster of emotions when it has come to TikTok. So we know that on January 19th, it was banned, it was gone. I think that lasted for a few hours and then it
Like
came back.
14.
It was a
14
funeral.
hours. And whole funeral, my whole timeline was full of people getting ready for the funeral
People was
and
crying.
shit like that. I mean, people threw it up in the clouds.
Yeah.
If they throw you in the clouds, it's over, right? But 14 hours later, it came back. And in the span of 14 hours, this shows you loyalty ain't shit. In the span of 14 hours, everybody jumped ship and went on REDnote, which is a platform that China uses, which is similar to TikTok. And it was so interesting to see. I then did my digging, and figuring out, okay, what's the difference between TikTok and REDnote? And I kind of fuck with REDnote. We've named here on this podcast and on other platforms, TikTok is not a bad place, but the people on there, the clientele is suspect. It breeds hatred
Yeah,
and just
sometimes.
negativity. Like, you know what I mean? It's a beautiful place, but it also can be a really nasty place. So REDnote is very specific about what you can post on there. And so you can't wear skimpy clothes, can't be too revealing. You can't say anything bad about China or its government or its history or whatever. Basically, it's like I don't want to compare it to that, but basically, like, you have to be like raving and buzzing about China. They don't do cyberbullying, so you can't get on there and say anything that is like hate speech or hurtful or bullying. You will automatically get blocked. You can't say anything that is the opposite of like China's point of view and kind of like their cultural things, which I thought was interesting because
I don't
here's
like
my
this.
thing.
I don't like
No,
this not
I'm
one
not.
bit.
So I can't say that I'm mad at it. I like that it's at least breeding. I mean, aside from like the political things and all that, I mean, it's breeding, love, right? We're not doing the hatred. We're all about bigging each other up. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. The shit that is funny about it though is that you got all these people of color going on Duolingo.
I hate
Going
this.
on Chat GPT, trying to figure out translation, figuring out Chinese characters. I think it's beautiful. Now, we got that energy for REDnote. We need to have that energy just for life. Pick a language and learn it. I think that's great. And this is proof that when you put your mind to it, you can make it happen. Because I saw a couple people, I was like, oh shit, you pronounce that really well. Why don't you stick with it? You know what I mean? Learn
You
Mandarin.
went on there? You went on the website?
I actually did not go on REDnote, surprise.
All right, thank God.
Because I feel like the life I live is Asian. I mean, I got chopsticks. I got a rice cooker now. You know what I mean? I'm slowly but surely. You know what I mean?
God bless the rice cooker.
Hey, I need to get
Great
one. I need to
invention.
get one.
It's
I need to get one.
So do you feel like people don't care about the freedom of speech?
When it's convenient.
Yeah, I find this very interesting. Like, it's just all these rules. And they cool with it when it's
For
Chinese.
positivity stuff.
I know they cool with it when it's Chinese.
Yeah.
But if they used to have rules, Facebook and all these apps. Ain't nobody give two shits about the rule. So I'm just I'd be thoroughly confused on what people want in America. Like,
Here's my thing.
What
It's
doing?
like I compare it to, and I can say this because I was once addicted. TikTok had something about it where it's like we had Instagram, we had Facebook, and we would scroll, whatever. It was something about TikTok where it was like you literally get lost in that world. And so I think it got to a point where a lot of us were addicted to TikTok.
Yeah.
And so you're just looking for something to fill that void. Like people literally were like, damn, I guess I got to actually work now. I can't scroll TikTok. It was like like a lot of people were going through fucking TikTok withdrawal. And I think that was real. I think TikTok was
14 hours is wild.
You know what I mean? All those things that we love from social media, but also all the bad things from social media, just put in one app. And then somebody took it away from you and you're like itching for anything. It's kind of like, if I drink Coke, I haven't had Coke, I'm itching for a Coke Zero, something.
Yeah.
Right? And so I feel like that was why people just jumped on REDnote. They're like, shit, well,
I'm going to keep it a buck. IG born as fuck. I be like, damn, ain't shit out here. Ain't shit out here.
Boring. I don't think it's boring. I just think first of all, it says something about your algorithm, what you got going on. Two, I think that it depends on what you find entertaining. Yeah. Like for me, I like seeing bitches, and I use bitches as a noun, like a group, a person, place, or thing. I like seeing bitches set up their apartment, reset the, you know what I mean, or decor, or Amazon Rex and stuff like that. So I'm never bored on Instagram.
So that's my thing. That's what I use Instagram for. I'd be like, for like restaurant recommendations, workouts. So like it going on there. It's like I go on there when I'm searching for like something I already know I'm gonna find. Like TikTok, like you can use that as a search engine, like low key like YouTube, and you can find a video like
that's a good way of thinking about it.
How to do this, and it pops up on TikTok. Or like I don't know, TikTok also got like people just telling stories, and like something about listen to a story.
Oh, remember Homegirl with her
what was
in the
called?
Closet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that. And then what's it called? Why the fuck did I get married? Who the fuck did I get married?
Yes,
that was crazy. People have 50. She had 50 plus things. So I don't know. I won't go on REDnote. I don't trust that shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. That shit sound like you gotta swear your allegiance to another country. And I know this country's asking.
The name of the app sound crazy. The name of the app would not make me want to join.
It sounds like you're signing your life away. I'm gonna go on REDnote.
I think no, it's a play on what their culture. So for Chinese New Year's, they give out red envelopes.
Yeah.
So I think it was just a play on. You can't say red envelope, REDnote.
I don't trust it.
I don't know, mother.
I don't like it.
I don't know any of my people that's Chinese that's tuning in.
I don't like it. I don't like it because that's like us just giving our data. This is the problem though. This is why they want to get rid of TikTok, because they think China's taking our data. This shit's like just handing that shit to them. I don't want the niggas having my data. That's all I gotta say. I don't want the niggas having my data. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
Hold on, Tyler. Wait. Here's my thing. We cannot be so judgmental, because if we can have them make our shoes, make our clothes, make our kitchen appliance, the least we could do is give them our data.
No.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely not. Just give them your social security card. Give them your address. Give them fuck that. We don't need that.
If we buy the clothes, then
we pay
the deal
for
is
it.
Done. If we pay for it,
gave them money.
They
got money. They don't need our data.
Half the material be low. They don't be putting that shit together efficiently. Every piece of clothing ain't good.
Hold on.
Yeah,
you're not coming for Ling and crew. No, they tried their best.
The
sewing machine jammed because they pumping that bitch out.
The real thing right here. The real thing right here is KC has expanded her net of Asian of
I'm just saying
people to catch.
You're looking for Koreans, not Chinese.
She went from Koreans,
not the Chinese.
So now she like,
hold on. Flag on the.
Now
you ain't trying to go to China. I don't understand why you just gonna give it to them on a silver platter.
Asia. I need the whole continent.
I mean, that's a beautiful continent. There's a lot of different things.
I mean, Casey has switched up. She be watching anime Japanese? Now. She be watching anime. She watched Don. She be locked in.
There you go, man. That's KC's tea. That's KC's tea for the week. REDnote. If you've been on REDnote, let us know what you think. Put your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys think of that. We're living through you. And now it's time for KC's Picks. KC's Big Picks is brought to you by the Patreon, the No Clearance Patreon. Please go to patreon.com/NoClearance. Subscribe to our Patreon for $5 a month to get the combo before the combo and more content coming soon. You know what I'm saying? It's
You heard?
we got a lot of funny shit on there.
Yeah. You
Absolutely
guys
Not
can
funny
to
see
shit.
my belly if
not
you
to
want.
brag.
Y'all.
Um,
Tyler put a video. I'm up there with my belly's out. I'm waving down a fire alarm. It's embarrassing.
That's insane. that's insane.
That was
yeah.
insane.
Casey, we had the conference championship round. There's 4 teams
Okay.
left in the NFL before we get to the final 2 to get to the Super Bowl.
Ooh, we're getting
So,
close.
Casey, in the NFC, the 3 o'clock game, we got the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders beat the Detroit Lions, the number 1 seed. So
That was
now
insane.
Philadelphia has a home game.
Okay.
Eagles versus Commanders. The Eagles regular season record was 14-3, while the Commanders record was 12-5. Commanders are nothing to be played with, but they got to come to Philly. Casey, who you got?
You know, Jalen says that he doesn't play in snow, and I respect that. I love a black man who can stand on business. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it to the Eagles. Ain't
That's
got
what I'm
shit to do
talking
with
about.
football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
You
I'm
got
talking
the
about.
Eagles going to the Super Bowl, Casey?
Cause you know who's not going?
Yeah, but that was we knew that.
Baltimore.
We talked about
Baltimore.
this last year. Like Eagles are not my backup because I'm not disrespectful, but
You could disrespect them.
you know I got them
Ba-
holding hands. You know.
Baltimore. Sadly, Lamar Jackson ruined the 4 black quarterbacks in the conference championship. Well, he didn't ruin it, but the homie couldn't catch the ball when they needed him to. It was a
Damn.
sad game to watch. We got the Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs. This is probably one of the NFL's greatest rivalries in the last 5 years.
It's gonna be a good one.
Once again, they have to
I'm gonna
play
say
in Kansas
Kansas
City.
because anytime I said the opposite team, I was done dirty. So I'm gonna go Kansas. I'm not even
All
finna
right.
play.
They only had 2 losses this year, so it makes
It's
sense.
looking
Yeah.
like a Super Bowl rematch from 2 years ago. Let's hope it happens, man. Let's hope
What?
it happens.
Wait, what do you mean rematch?
The Eagles played the Chiefs in the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
They wasn't in Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot
Was
about
that
that.
shade?
I mean, we
Ooh,
lost.
it's sunny.
And I'm hoping for revenge.
Shady.
I'm hoping
Hey,
for revenge.
I hope you get it. Good luck. I hope you
Nah,
get it.
shut your
You
ass
know,
up. Shut up.
Jalen putting too much on it though.
I wouldn't be mad if it was Philly versus the Bills, though. I ain't gonna lie. I think that would be a tough game, too.
Hey, when in doubt, Patrick Mahomes gonna win. He gonna figure it out. I know I'm not a fan of his wife, but you know the brother could do it. He gonna
Indeed.
Why
win
you not a
again.
fan of his
All
wife?
right, let's get to
Eh.
the main topic, man. Casey, we appreciate the picks,
Conversation
man.
for
Look,
another time.
if y'all put money on the line and you use Casey's advice, hey, put that on the Patreon. You feel me? So let's get to the main topic, man. We had some, as we all know, shout out to Martin Luther King. We celebrated Martin Luther King Day yesterday, but then this other event happened to be on the same day called the inauguration.
Oh,
It's
that
this
was
dude
yesterday.
named apparently that was yesterday. This dude named
I had
Donald
no
Trump
idea.
became the president.
Mm.
Anyway, so there's been a lot of comments being made on the people who performed at the inauguration and at events around the inauguration.
Okay.
Mainly 2 of our somewhat legends in hip hop.
Well, I wouldn't
Specifically,
say
one
are
is
y'all's.
a legend for sure. The other did put an imprint in the game, but the nigga he been cooling. He been cooling. So we got Nelly. Nelly performed at the inaugural. I think it's called the Liberty Ball. Excuse me if I get that wrong, but he performed at a official inauguration event. He in articles he has said it's not that he was performing in support of Trump. He said he was performing. It was a performance for the president for that position. Like it's the honor to perform for the president of the United States. Not necessarily. This is what he's not necessarily performing for that man, but more so the prestigious position of the president of the United States should be honored. That is what he felt. Now we also have Snoop Dogg, who has not made any comments. He performed at the Crypto Ball. Now, the Crypto Ball was not technically an inauguration event, but it was an event that they said they wanted to celebrate the quote unquote first crypto president. Mind you, crypto been around since about 2014, 2015, 2016 came on the scene. So I don't freaking know. You know, niggas gonna nig, and I'm not talking about black people. So Casey, what do we think about this? How do you feel about black people or performing at this event specifically for this president?
Here's the thing, it gets tricky because I think I understand that people are like, oh my God, when am I going to get this opportunity again? And I do get the, like, the prestige that, once was attached to it. But I think that people need to understand that sometimes it's more than the event. Do you understand? Like, it's the messaging, it's the way it comes off. You know what this man stands for. You know the shit he says. You know what he allows to be said in his, like, spaces that he's speaking or rallying or whatever. So I think I get the prestige and, like, the, oh my God, once in a lifetime, but that you have to see that and understand, like, the other shit surpasses that. You know what I mean? I still don't fuck with Chrisette Michelle, you know.
I forgot
That
about
and and
that.
and, I, and I'm gonna be honest. I am an R&B fan. I fucked with her heavy. Now she's in a studio apartment where she's eating, cooking, and shitting and sleeping in the same space. So I'm not into cancel culture either. I'm not into that. But I believe in I'm a step back.
Okay.
My thing with Nelly too be outside of my Air Force Ones. What have you dropped? And
You
you
mean
can't say
like
that
you mean in
country
his
shit
whole
either.
career? You mean in his
No, no,
whole
no. I
career?
mean, like now, like recently.
Oh no, no.
Oh yeah, no.
You know what I mean? So I also see this being something where it's like, shit, this can make me, relevant. All, good or bad, press is press. His name's getting thrown out there. We're taking time to talk about him. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it just depends on people's motive. And I don't know. If it was me, I'm good. No, thank you.
What?
Good point. Solid point.
You know what, Jay? What's your point? What's your opinion first before I ask the next?
Oh, I feel the same way as KC. I personally, if I was in that position for this current president,
Mm-hmm.
I think I may decline. I will not say whether it's disrespectfully or respectfully. I hope you guys know which way I'm leaning.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
think
We're
I
picking
would
up what you're putting
decline.
down.
Like I get like, oh, I ain't done shit in a while. I ain't done shit in a while.
Mm,
But like you said, some things are just bigger than that. You know,
mm,
like it's a new president every 4 years. You got every 4 years you got another opportunity to potentially, perform. You know, so I don't think I would I can't I don't get where he coming from because, the people who support him fail. Like I don't know. I don't like it. Not a fan.
yeah.
Okay.
Piss poor decision.
Not piss poor.
Um, KC, what type of bag would have to be thrown at you to perform? I know you got a number.
There's
I know you got a
Now
number.
this is the
so
question.
here's my thing. And I would say I've learned this lesson even as an educator. Not all money is good money.
Yeah, no, you're right.
This ain't
N-
drugs. This ain't
thi-
drug
It's
money,
not
no,
man.
I'm
drug
not.
money.
It's not drugs. Like it's just like the weight of even being connected to this. Like Jalen said, it's past the event. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's things that are bigger than what you know what I mean. It is. I don't know.
I need a lot of money to sell my soul.
and that's what it feels. It feels like
I
You're
need a
a
lot of
sellout.
money to sell
If
my
I could be
soul.
honest, it feels like you kind of sell out and you're like, fuck the black community. I'm gonna get with this. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
And it, I don't know.
Everybody got a price.
Everybody has a number.
And then when you reach that price, that's why it's called selling out. They hit your price. Now I'm not saying they gave Nelly enough money for him, you know.
I don't see that.
Yeah,
I
don't see that.
I don't see the money being crazy.
But how much money would you say?
Me?
Yeah, you. How much money? You too, Tyler. How much money would you say you
I'm down for my people.
You take. How much money will you say? How much money would it be? Tyler, I know you got a number.
Absolutely, he has a number. Absolutely.
Hey, north of 5 mil.
50 mil.
50 mil? 50 mil.
50 mil, and I give 10.
You shoot, see,
hey,
Jalen,
look.
You gotta stick with us because you shoot
50
low.
mil.
Wow.
And KC.
I said 500 mil.
In order to save my ass, right?
Oh,
in order to save my ass, right? Give me 50 mil. I will give 10 to the California Fire Relief.
Niggas don't care about that.
To the folk in Cali. They need that.
Millions to every HBCU.
Yeah,
I give 10.
That's why I said north of 500 mil.
Because I'll be just fine. I give 10 to Cali. I donate 10. I'ma split that amongst the HBCUs.
That's why I said. That's why I said 500. Because then I could maybe break off 250.
See, and I'm not gonna lie.
That's smart.
This is how I feel about Snoop though, because I know Snoop don't need his money, but I know Snoop, from what I'm reading, Snoop been helping out with families and stuff, and recovering from the fires in Cali, and it's an assumption, but I can see him being like, I may not agree with the nigga, but this money can be used for something. It could be used for something that better. It's almost like It's like almost like I can clean this money. Maybe morally this ain't right, but I can clean it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it wasn't an official like inaugural event, would you say that he didn't realize that it was before he performed?
I don't know how much. I don't know how much Snoop know about crypto. Now I could just see this nigga being like, crypto. I know niggas be talking about it.
Yeah.
No, he actually has a lot of like investments and shit.
He do. I know he was into the that world where you would like create a character and buy digital real estate.
Oh, NFTs?
That's the NFT.
No, that's not
Meta?
Yeah, he was into that.
No, but I think he had some shit with NFTs too, though.
Yeah, I think
Probably.
so. I think so.
Probably. But I mean, crypto is a big space. Like there's a lot of money in there. There was a lot of money in the room, and who knows? Like, okay, black people ain't in these spaces. You got if you can get in the space in any way you can, and shit, get in there and take get this money. But I mean, I'm sure everything about it feels weird.
Yeah.
No matter how you size it up. But I also feel like there is no cancel culture no more. If Nelly performed, his niggas gonna be just fine. Snoop gonna be just fine. It's not like we respectfully what was done to Chrisette Michelle. It just can't be done in this day and time.
No, I give you that.
I get it, but like also. It's true. She didn't really deserve to be,
Cause dog,
to go down that deep of a spiral.
When EIEI come on, you know what I'm saying? It depends on where you at.
Yeah.
Underlay, my man, EIEI. You gonna be like, oh shit, I remember that one. That's my jam.
I mean,
get your eagle on.
Yeah,
you gonna be like, oh, I can't fuck with that nigga, Nelly.
You still got people stepping in the name of love. So
yeah.
I don't.
But like
we got a lot of hypocrisy in how we gonna judge niggas.
Exactly. And here's my thing. I think black people, especially if you've added to the culture to a certain extent, it's really hard for us to separate. Like we can't like, nah, I'm still gonna fuck with Nelly shit. I'm still gonna play that. I'm still
Like,
like,
hey,
you know what I
Nelly out
mean?
here with Ashanti.
Yeah, with
Did
Ashanti.
she,
They had
did
a
he knock
baby.
her up?
They had a baby. They had a baby.
I mean, they made a little black child.
Here's my thing. I love that for Ashanti, but I feel bad for his ex-girlfriend. I would be punching the fucking air. But anyway,
Oh damn!
everything I told you
I
I
don't know
wanted,
that
you
Love and
giving it
Hip
to
Hop
her.
because he was on Love and Hip Hop for some time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that Love and Hip Hop life, but that life be crazy. They be dipping and
I
diving
mean,
and all.
punching the fucking air.
Yeah, I just feel like we, as much as like people gonna talk about it and stuff, we don't collectively do what we used to do on social media as black people. We just don't. And so, regardless of what a couple people
We're
gonna
not
say,
aligned.
regardless of what a couple people will say, it's like, and also another thing is, and mind you, I know these people like this is their actual job and whatnot,
Yeah.
but the politicians out here, these black politicians out here shaking this nigga hand. It ain't like they really have to.
Yeah. I mean,
So
Obama was ha kikiing with him at Jimmy Carter Jr.
Which gave me perspective where it's like these motherfuckers really don't, like, we have this stance of like fuck that nigga, but I'm like, these niggas really be in rooms kikiing with each other.
And I'm
So,
like,
you
all
know
right,
what I mean?
if y'all not gonna do that, then I just really don't.
At the end
not
of
to
the
say I
day,
don't care, but I'm not finna give my
politics, though.
feeling. I'm not finna be emotional about none of this.
Yeah, I got it. Like I seen it, I was like, oh, that's disappointing. And I just kept moving on with my day.
And we can't expect perfection. I feel like I don't know what to expect, but we can't expect perfection from it.
I don't think cancel culture should have ever been a thing, to be honest. If one talk about cancel culture. It's such a stupid thing. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna cancel them. Like, it started getting to the point where like we was canceling regular people, getting people fired from their jobs because they did something ignorant.
I know it was,
and it was like, yeah, they did something
and
ignorant, but do they deserve to lose their livelihood? Maybe they deserve to be educated.
And when we actually
saying?
needed to do it,
we didn't. We didn't even band
we didn't
together.
cancel Target.
No.
We were supposed to cancel Target. We were supposed to get Target out of here. We were supposed to
cancel all them companies that was supportive of
all the companies.
Hold on.
You don't remember
Target?
that? Yeah.
Man, you want to upset a
not this time around.
Woman?
Not this time around.
Target.
Not this time around.
During the George Floyd protests and stuff, we was talking about, we gonna boycott these companies until they do something. And then they said they was gonna do something, but they ain't never did.
Yeah,
they never did nothing. They ain't donated $1. They just said some shit.
Yeah,
I want to be able to stand in solidarity and cancel Starbucks and cancel Target and all these things.
Too big.
They're too. Do you understand? In order to make a fucking dent in these people's pockets, we got to be on one accord.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We all got to go to Marshalls.
We're not that organized yet.
Yeah.
We're just not.
Nope. I don't think anybody is, to be honest, because there's still gonna be people going to these places.
And there's people that's not tuned in.
There's people who aren't tuned in.
Be like, hey, nigga, I'm gonna dog it.
Like, well, I didn't know about that. What the fuck? What? They don't even gonna believe you if you tell them. Imagine telling your parents some shit that's going on that wasn't on the news. They ain't gonna believe you.
Yeah, they watch the news.
Yeah, they watch the news.
We live in a world where everybody we in our own little cliques now, so I just feel like it's hard. Yeah. I can see why. I get why people like. Also, Rick Ross was at that crypto.
Yeah,
thing,
just disappointing.
Soulja Boy was there, and
this Soulja Boy makes sense. I can't get any more disappointed in him.
Yeah, it's just a thing where I think a lot of them are moving. Especially black men. I don't know what it is, but I feel like a lot of them are moving with this I just don't care attitude. I don't care what niggas think.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. No.
Sorry,
Tyler.
No, it's cool.
At this point, I've had this attitude for a while now, but if they like it, I love it. I love it. I love that.
I mean, hopefully Snoop Dogg did use that money to help people.
Couldn't be me. You know what I mean? But
unless it was north of 500 million.
All right, let's move on to the next topic, man. We got Tyler's Turntables. Yeah, we discuss a different album. I don't want to say a new album. We discuss a different album. This album dropped last year. One of the albums that I kind of just passed up. I don't want to say passed up, but there was a lot of stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Leon Thomas. Very boy been in the industry, entertainment industry in general for
Shout
a
out
long
Disney,
time.
huh? Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Disney, shout out Insecure. He was on
Yeah.
season 2,
Yeah.
Insecure.
I think it was on Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
Was he on
Was it
both?
I want
Nickelodeon?
to say.
I think it was Nickelodeon.
Okay.
Oh, I think it was Nickelodeon. Okay.
Victorious.
If you ever check out his
Victorious.
episode on the Terrell Show,
What's the
enjoy
Terrell
that.
Show?
The Terrell Show. He is this black brother. He
All the
brings on
singers.
artists all the time, and he play these games with them. And
Okay.
he'll be like, sing a song with the word "bam," and then they just start singing and be like, "Yo, these
And
folks
they
they
belt
actually
out.
sing."
Oh,
I mean,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta
You
tune
can
in.
tell who's a singer and who's not on this show.
That's a fact.
Hey.
That's a fact.
Mm.
So Leon Thomas dropped an album called "MUTT" with of course, the single "MUTT" on there.
What's the rest?
Does it make me? I'm a dog. I'm a mutt.
Song's a banger.
Yo, I swear, is it me? I might be
Mm.
tripping. Does he not sound like Bobby Brown on that song?
Ooh, you know what? I've been trying to figure that out for a
I
little
can
bit.
see that.
And
The
can
rest
see
of the
that.
album, he sound like a soulful Frank Ocean, but that mutt sound like daggone
I
Bobby
can see
Brown.
I can see Bobby singing some shit like that though.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
like
though,
modern
right?
day Bobby Brown.
It sound
Yeah.
like modern day Bobby, and I was just like, I'm really vibing it. You know, this feel like
It's a
if
good
Bobby
time.
Brown came to his senses. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I thought it was a I thought it was a really good R&B project. Shout out to the features. Wale killed his feature verse. I thought he killed
Oh,
it.
Wale
You know
was
what
on
I'm
that?
saying? He had a really good verse on there. The Masego on the album with the really good song. Ty Dolla $ign, of course. If you've been listening to the podcast,
Oh,
you know how I
Tyler
feel
loves him
about
some
Ty
Ty
Dolla
Dolla
$ign.
Sign.
You know,
This nigga love Ty Dolla $ign like your daddy loves Luther.
And shout out to DMV's own Baby Rose. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Freddie Gibbs was on the remix to Mutt.
like
and
Freddie
this
Gibbs.
other dude named
Freddie.
Axel Foley.
Axel Foley,
But
I see that.
yeah, I just I think it's a really good album. Now I will say this in regards to, I think he's a good writer. Some of the songs, like, it's difficult to hear him. I don't know if it's a production thing or just the way his voice coming off, but it just be feeling a little too blended in, like his voice not standing out.
Maybe it wasn't
Like,
mastered well.
Ooh.
I don't know. Like, Safe Place is a good song, but the way, like,
He's whispering.
with the sample, the samples mixed in with his lyrics, it's like too close, and it's hard to, like, sometimes hear him out.
So
Maybe
I
it was an
think
artistic
mastering.
choice. Maybe it was an artistic choice.
Yeah, I feel like it was. But like the Lucid Dreams was good. I really like I Do. Like after Mutt. It's literally the song right after Mutt. I really do enjoy that song. And it's a well written project. You know what I'm saying? Far fetched, I think it's just talking about spending too much money on women. And I get it. Y'all expensive.
He kind of sound like Frank Ocean and I Do.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The rest of this
sound
album,
like Frank Ocean.
the rest of this album sound like soulful Frank Ocean, and then Mutt give me Bobby Brown. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Definitely a good addition to the male R&B scene. You know, Leon Thomas has been around for a while as like a writer and producer. For those who know, he produced and helped write "Snooze" by SZA. That's kind of like the big one he done, but he's done a lot of other stuff. And, I'm hoping this is kind of the start to bringing male R&B back.
Yeah.
I'm curious if this will be a year where we get just some more good songs from the brothers.
Who's next, you think? Who you think is going to be next? Who's going to be the first one this year?
Oof. I'm hoping it's Lucky Day. I know he just dropped last year, but
he kind of dropped
though,
and then vanished.
Is he turning into like a Giveon situation?
Oh, that's somebody. That's
what it's giving.
Because remember that time Giveon was performing and he kind of
was trash.
It was bad. He couldn't sing, And then he
Look,
kind
all
of
he
fell
needs to
off
do is
after
drop some
that.
good music.
Here's my
But
thing.
real quick, though.
I don't like that R&B singers now. Don't you know what the problem is? They don't got that grit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, back in the day, them niggas was on crack,
They was
cocaine,
singing,
drinking, and they was singing from the gut. You felt it.
They too
You know
cut
what I
up
mean?
now. They too cut up. They look
And
like they've been
now-
drinking grass drinks now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and that's the problem. There's
Eating
no
lettuce and
no
shit.
No
struggle.
pain in their
no pain.
You know
I'm
what I
starting to
mean?
realize
They
though
ain't
a lot
cheating
of
like they used to. You know,
a lot
Still,
of the
Giveon still ain't shit.
Yeah.
He's cheating, but he's not doing enough of it. Where it's like you feel it in.
He
his
don't
music,
feel
you know
as
what I mean?
bad for doing it.
That's the problem.
Is that what's wrong with R&B today for men? They
don't
they
know
get it.
struggle.
There's too much access to
Way
women.
too much.
And do you think it's making men suffer because it's so much easier to get connected to a woman nowadays? You don't really have to fight for it. You don't have to claw for it.
No,
And
I
then
think
when
that's what the problem is.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is. And then when you cheat, it's like, oh, it was easy. Like, oh, you just got no self-control.
Because everybody's doing it now.
That
you gotta
too.
think back in the day, it was like, ooh, we like
Yeah.
this is a secret tiptoeing. Now niggas is out holding hands with bitches in
Back
KC,
back in the
that's
day,
not
you had to
necessarily
do
true.
effort to cheat on your lady.
You had
Back
to-
in the day, you had to do
that's
effort.
You had to get a
You had to
motel.
actually genuinely meet somebody to cheat on your woman. Nowadays, you just, I still got a Tinder account while I'm dating my girl. You know, let me just swipe.
Oh, and I've actually experienced that on my end. My homegirl's nigga popped up, and I was like, ooh.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
While
Scary
it's
stuff.
technologically easier,
It's fuck.
niggas always been cheating.
Yeah, no, we never said they weren't.
I mean, this ain't
So,
nothing
but
new.
what
They
we're
don't feel
saying
as
is
bad.
There's no guilt.
Yeah,
the
there's
guilt
no
is
guilt
what
to
they
it.
poured into the song.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm sorry. I did you wrong.
Oh my
Take me
God.
back.
Let it burn. Let it burn. It's burning
Deep
my
down.
soul and my heart. It's burning me. I'm on
It's
fire.
it's too much city boy energy on it.
Yeah,
That's not R&B.
it's too much. I've been
R&B
slanging it.
is-
It's too much. I've been slanging it, and I'm gonna keep slanging it. Like that's what it feel like now.
Cause R&B's groveling. It's like, you know what I mean? Standing in the rain, boombox.
Exactly.
I done fucked on bitches, but I want to be with you.
And then
You're not getting
when
that.
you're in love, you was in love. Now it's like, I don't know how long y'all been together. You ain't really in love.
My girl's like candy. They not making shit like that
Yeah.
no more. My girl a bitch. I'm out here fucking on bitches. It's like, that's so, no. At least lie. Niggas don't even lie no more. Niggas don't lie.
Will you be home when I get back with my side piece? That is what is being said nowadays.
I'm telling you. Matter of fact, I'm staying with her for the weekend.
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch you on Monday.
Exactly.
Casey, would you? I feel like Leon Thomas could be the male version of Money Law.
I can absolutely see that.
I hope so.
Absolutely.
And I could see that as like the.
Did he
lane,
write
you know
some
what I'm
songs
saying?
for her too?
It's a great question. I could.
Probably
I
did.
can see them being in a room.
I feel like they probably did it together for some songs, you know?
Yeah.
Them songwriters,
wonder-
man. I love seeing a
Yeah.
good songwriter come on because you know
Yeah,
they write
Money,
it.
Money-
Money Long's pen is nasty. His
Yeah.
pen is nasty too. So I could see him being of that,
Yeah.
caliber.
And you know, it's always sad when you see someone who's a songwriter who gave all their best songs away. And then when they do their own stuff and it's not good.
No.
So when it's good, it's like, oh, you really got talent.
That's what happened to Dream. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
He had a couple hits here and there, but then,
He had a couple of hits.
But he wrote for Beyonce.
Yeah.
But
He's
it
still writing
wasn't for
Beyonce.
him though. I think now that he's writing for other people, it's like that's
But
your
the
talent.
Dream got like classics.
Yeah, like falsetto.
But we're saying it wasn't consistent though.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, like when he would
You
go on
can't-
his own.
You can't. Can you tell me a whole project he's done that you were like top to bottom? I fuck with it.
It was all around the same time. If you think about it, it was all around the same time
How
when
many
all his
albums
hits
did he
came
do?
out. It was all like the same, like 3, maybe 4 year span when he was making music on his own.
A good example of Neo is a great example of that though.
He's
Of
a
somebody
phenomenal
who a
example.
songwriter who ended up really doing his thing.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was great.
I'm not gonna hold you. Neo's first album. I physically have that album. Burn that bitch out.
Oh, really?
Phenomenal. Loved
Hey,
it.
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah,
Yeah.
I like Neo. The guy lives an interesting life nowadays.
It's different.
I don't know if you
Uh,
follow Tyler.
no, I don't.
He has
It's
3
different.
girlfriends,
Oh, good for him.
and they're all live together in a house and sleep in the same bed.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's all right.
That's
That's
beautiful.
beautiful.
How big is the bed? It's got to be like a.
I think he got like a shack bed. He got a bed like Shaq.
You have to.
Yeah, for 3 people to sleep comfortably.
That's all right.
No,
Good for
that's
him.
4, including
Oh
him.
yeah, 4 people. I did. Oh yeah, duh. Yeah. Oh my
Boy
gosh.
got options.
Honestly, it sounds like a pain. Entertaining one person's enough. Now I got to do it for 3. Two's
I'm
two's
fucking
two is
screaming.
two is pushing it. I could never have more than one girlfriend. If
This
I
is
have
the
2
way Jalen
girlfriends,
sounds
one's a
tired.
friend. If I have 2 girlfriends, one is a friend because that's how often I'm gonna talk to her.
All right, before Jay keeps going on this rant, man, we're
What
going to
the
go to the
fuck?
podcast tip of the week.
Ooh, that was
Uh,
a good one, Jalen.
Hey, I'm on one
We'll
today.
go
That's
to-
some wine.
we will go to podcast tip of the week, man. Today we are discussing remote recording platforms. And we're going to hand this off to our producer. Jay, kick
Okay.
it off.
So this week's podcast tip of the week is to decide whether you want to do a remote podcast through Zoom or Riverside. Now, the free option Zoom. So if you don't want to spend no money, I'd recommend doing Zoom. The only downside about Zoom is the quality ain't that great. Yeah, you get what you get, which is free. But it's a good way to start. That's where we started. But if you want to go up to another level, I'd recommend Riverside. Now, the downside about Riverside is you got to pay for it. It has a free version, but it has its limitations. So you got to pay a little bit. But the good thing about that is you get great quality video. You get great quality audio. You can everyone records on their own separate track. So, for instance, if something happens and one of us loses and comes back, it still records on your own computer. So, you never have to worry about like losing someone's audio or losing this and that. You're always going to have it, just not at the top tier quality because it has backups, which is great. Zoom doesn't have any backups, and the audio quality is already suffering. So their backups, when you can get a backup, it's not of quality. So I'd recommend starting out on Zoom, moving up to Riverside. That's my tip of the week. Riverside's dope. We use it now, and I feel like everything visually and audio wise has improved tremendously. So
Yeah, Jay. When we used Zoom initially, for 2 people, at least at the time when we was using it, when we recorded with 2 people, it was free. The part that was rough about it was after you record it, then it would download your audio. So then you had to sit and let the computer download your audio and video. It probably took a good maybe 5 to 10, maybe 15 minutes sometimes for all of that to download. And then it downloaded directly onto your computer. So then Jay would do all the edits. So then I got to zip and email him my audio and video file so that he could do all of the work. Now with Riverside, the Riverside is a web platform, a cloud-based platform, right? So for one, the audio and video is uploading while we record the podcast. So pretty much as soon as we're finished recording, you can you may have to wait a while, but like as soon as you're finished recording the video, like everything's getting put together like almost right away by the software straight up. Okay. And then you can edit your videos right here on Riverside. I've been able to help out a lot more with I've been able to help Jay out a lot more with editing because they have an easy editing tool right here on the platform. I don't have to download the files, go to another editing tool to edit. On top of that, they provide you with the transcripts of the video and audio.
They give
So
you
we can
everything. They
add-
honestly give you everything.
We can add the captions to the video. It's absolutely ridiculous how much Riverside does. Riverside literally has made podcasting so much easier. And now, in regards to if you want an easy way to build a podcast, I do feel like it's worth putting down the money. Now, if you can't afford the yearly plan, you need to think about your life just a little bit.
Yeah, you know, it's not that bad. You split it
It's
amongst
not
3
terrible.
people, it's not that much
It's
money.
not bad. So just think about that. But in regards to Zoom, I don't think Zoom was built for podcasting. It was more built for teleconference meetings. But Riverside, hey, when it comes to remote hosting of a podcast, I mean, it's just, I don't know how you can get any better. It's just is what it is, bro. I don't know what to tell you. You know. So yeah, shout out to Riverside. We just wanted to talk about that. That's just been our experience. Now, if there's other podcast platforms that you guys will think is better, you want to recommend to us, please put it in the comments. And if you think we are bullshitting, put that in the comments. Whatever you want to do, but just let us know what you think about that. And yeah, that is our episode for the week. KC and Jay, always a pleasure to talk to y'all. You know how it is. Yeah, to our listeners, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Please, for one, stay warm. It's cold as hell outside. That's number one. And stay black.
Stay blessed.
Peace.
Peace out.